All right, everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about a business that's going to fail. This whole LIV Golf thing over in Saudi Arabia. Apparently, they think they can take billions of dollars and just throw it at the sport and throw it at the players and say, hey, come play for us. Well, that's not how a sport or a business would work normally. Now, think about all the sports we have, like the football, baseball, regular PGA golf here in America. If you want to get into that game and play it, you got to be the best of the best and be like the top of everything to even get in. And then once you do get in, you have to work to be the best you can be in every single game to finish at the top and get a good paycheck. Those are your reasons to try hard to do well. And plus, you want to be long term in golf or whatever, and enjoy the game and go to different places and see everything and talk to the fans or whatever you do. That's all fine. But it's the business model is you if you want to be good at it, you have to work hard to get good and make the big money. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen. Now, LIV Golf says, hey, we have all these billions of dollars. Here's some money. You want to come play with us? Here's some more money. Now, do you want to come play with us? And they hit that magic number for each player, and then they come and play with them. But some of them are a couple $100 million to come play with them for 4 years, I think is the deal. And they just bail on the whole PGA Tour that made them what they are. Now, I understand about the money part of it. You say, hey, I go do this for a couple of years, I make a couple $100 million, I retire, I got money, everything is good. Who cares what people think? They ain't the ones paying my bills. But this whole thing can't last. And I'll give you a comparison. Let's say, for example, that you and I were talking in emails or something. And let's say I said, hey, I'm going to give you $500 a week to come on my show with me for 1 hour, 1 day a week, and be my co-star on the show. Would you do it? Well, some people who watch me, they just want to come here and see the tragic comic attempt at making YouTube videos, and it doesn't really ever seem to work out too well and get more subscribers and stuff. Some actually enjoy the videos. Some come here to critique things, kind of fans or the fans who hate the show or whatever. But think about it. If I said to you, hey, $500 a week to come be on my show, what do you say? Well, I'm sure you would enjoy doing it for maybe the first couple times. Hey, I'm getting all this money. I sit with this guy for an hour, I get $500. But that can't last. After a few shows, it's going to be obvious that you're only here for the money. You're not trying. You don't care. You're just getting a paycheck and going home, and that's all you care about. Fine. So it wouldn't work out long term, right? Right. And the same thing here. I predict 2 to 3 years, and this whole LIV golf thing is going to be over with because they can pay the players to come play the games on the golf courses, but they can't pay people to come advertise on the TV shows. They can't pay people, I guess they could if they only tried hard enough, to come and stand all over the golf course and be the fans watching people play. And ultimately, if they push it far enough, there's going to be the golfers on the course playing the game, little to no people coming to watch or viewing it online. People don't care. So that is why I think it's not going to last, because they're just trying to force it with money. So what is the solution to this? Well, they want to get into sport, the whole Saudi Arabia, whatever, I don't even know, some Prince Al Abu Habib, whatever his name is, I don't even know. They wanted to be into sports. Well, make a sport or have it over there and let people come to you for it. You don't have to buy them in to make your sport. It's all supported on the idea of you throwing out all kind of money. That doesn't last. It ain't gonna work. And people I've read a few other things. People say, well, you shouldn't go on this whole LIV golf thing because of Saudi Arabia, human rights, whatever. I don't even know what they're talking about. I mean, I'm sure things aren't the same over there, and human rights or whatever the problem is, I don't even know. But that's beside the point. It's all about they're trying to buy a golf series with money, and it's all just people are going to them because they're paying them a lot of money to come to them, and that's not the right reasons for it, and that's why it's not going to work. All right, let me think for a minute. I think I covered all my major points. Yeah, they're just trying to buy themselves a golf tournament. Now, what about the people who are leaving PGA Tour in America to go over there? Well, I understand why they're doing it for the money, but still, hey, you worked hard and you have a whole history here. You're a good golfer at a PGA Tour. You're just going to bail on that and go get a big paycheck over there. Now, hey, pay me to come and play on your LIV Golf. I'll be the Happy Gilmore tragic comic golfer who plays and I'd score about 150 to get around the course eventually. And all the rest of the golfers can say, hey, at least that wasn't Loudmouth Tim coming in last. Hey, whatever. And I'll be over there, hey, I'll swing the golf club. I'll keep on swinging, and I'll get my paycheck at the end of the day. I can handle that. If you ever wanted to see one of my attempts at going on golf, I've never been on a full-size golf course. I'd like to do it, but I don't have golf clubs, and I don't want to go out and buy a set of golf clubs for me. A couple of times I might actually go out and do it, and I've been saying for years, one of these days I'm going to do that. Yeah, well, I want to spend money on golf clubs that I'm not going to keep long-term, and so, whatever. You say, hey, go buy a set of used golf clubs at an estate sale. Remember my estate sale video? Yeah, I could, but, I'd have to find some, and usually it's like, I see, women's golf clubs are too short for me there, and it's never getting around to it. But go back to my website, loudmouthtim.com, home of online video, the longest running web series in the history of the internet. Scroll on down to episode 78, titled Par 3, filmed in September of 2004 when I was, 17, 18 years younger and probably about 60 or 70 pounds lighter. And see how I did on a small little very weak attempt at a local par 3 golf course. And that place, by the way, now I went back about a year ago. The guy still lives in the house, but all the grass is all grown up. It's like 3 feet high. You can't even see. If you didn't know there was a golf course there, you wouldn't even know what you were looking at. This is a huge field of all tall grass everywhere now. Kind of sad, but some little par 3 course. Who is this here? Bart Simpson, come in the comments. Yeah, I don't watch any sports on TV. There isn't a sports team in any sport that I care anything about. I might watch golf for 10 minutes if I'm really bored and it happens to be on a TV channel I turned on. Maybe I would watch the U.S. Open for half an hour, if that, just for something to do. I've never been a real sports person. So, let me think. Did I cover all my points? Now we're up to 8 minutes. I don't want to make this video too long. Yeah, basically, they're just trying to buy a golf series, and that's not the right reasons for it. It's not going to last. It can't last, and ultimately, viewership's going to go down. It's just going to fall apart, and no one's going to care. And they even do it. They advertise now 54 holes. So hey, golfers. Come here, make more money, do less work, and there you go. How about that? What a bargain, huh? And these golfers, they're not going to try. They don't have to try. They might figure, hey, I'm getting a whole bunch of money to even go and do this golf tournament, and then there's a little bit more money between the winners and the losers of all the people who play the game. So what do I care if I win an extra million or two for winning the tournament when I already have $100+ million for being there? Instead of going out there before the tournament starts and hitting 500 balls on the putting green to practice my putting, I might go out there and hit 50 balls. Just tap them around for all. Okay, I tried, whatever. Don't care if you come in first or last in the actual game because you're getting all kind of money anyhow just to be there. So you see what I'm saying? That's why I think this whole LIV Golf series is going to fail, and I wouldn't put any great amount of thought or effort into it because it's just going to come down on its own over time. You can't buy things like this. It might work for a little while, but it's going to fade out over time. All right, that's all for this episode. I gotta hit my end broadcast button up in the corner there. So think about what I said and write in the comments. And if you're really excited, how about hitting those like and subscribe buttons? I always forget to say that, and I just happened to think about it this time. I figured, well, if people want to subscribe, they will subscribe. I shouldn't have to tell them to, but a lot of people don't. All right,